Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Any Kind Media. We are your hosts. My name is Ocean Subiono.
I'm Taylor Vieira.
And today we are going to take a look at the state of Call of Duty. As is, we're going to kind of dive into Call of Duty's past. We're both avid Call of Duty players and fans, and we've been playing for a long time. So we're just going to kind of take a look at where Call of Duty started, where it is now, the good, the bad, and then, kind of look to the future and see what exciting or things that are exciting and some things that maybe aren't exciting, and give you guys our take on Call of Duty as a franchise. So, Taylor, what was the first Call of Duty that you played?
I've been playing Call of Duty since the very beginning, from 1 up until now.
Call of Duty 1.
Yeah.
What year did Call of Duty come out? The first Call of Duty come out?
2001,
Yeah,
think?
It's got to be early 2000s, right? So, full disclosure, I didn't start playing Call of Duty until 2009, maybe 2008 is when I moved back to Hawaii. I didn't start until then because my parents were super strict about what I played, and I wasn't allowed to play Call of Duty. However, even though I started then,
real quick. First one's October 29th, 2003.
2003. Okay. So I didn't start playing from the very beginning, but I have played all of the Call of Duties. Like, retroly, I've gone back and played Call of Duty 1, Call of Duty World at War, all that stuff. Like, I've played all of it. So, all right. So you started when Call of Duty first came out.
Yeah.
And
which is apparently unusual for a lot of people, because
I think we're in this weird generation where we've been able to kind of grow with everything, with technology, with gaming systems, with games themselves, right? Like, we have witnessed the beginning of it all and are continuing to grow with it as it grows. There's a lot of the big players now, or like people that are playing now, a lot of them weren't even born then. You know?
Well, I mean, even like there's some older people, and like they really only started in like COD 4, which is weird to me, that I'm younger, but I've been following it since for like the beginning.
Yeah, I can kind of see that though, because I don't think Call of Duty was super big until COD 4.
I guess so. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so you've started with it and you've played every single game.
Yeah, I haven't owned every single Call of Duty, but I have played every single one.
Okay. What's your favorite?
Oh, I mean, that's kind of a hard thing. I feel like just because of the massive change in like influence would have to be Call of Duty 4.
Okay.
But I do enjoy Modern Warfare 2 a lot.
Yeah.
Even though it had a lot of problems, but like back then it wasn't the same as it is nowadays. Yeah. So I think just because of the pure like beginning of it all was probably 4. I would say, not including all of like the newer games, Call of Duty 2 as far as World War II ones, is probably one of my favorite ones as well.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know, for me, I love Call of Duty I love Modern Warfare 2. I love it. It was super fun. I think the game that I played the most, though, like the first game that I fully like just dove headfirst into and like constantly played and tweaked out and grinded. I think it was Modern Warfare 3. And then because I loved Modern Warfare 3 so much, I played Modern Warfare 2 more because everybody kind of went back to Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, 3 was kind of like whatever.
Yeah. But I think Modern Warfare 2... But I don't know, man. Black Ops 2.
Black Ops 2 was amazing.
Yeah, I think
that was actually very surprising to me, because initially when that game first came out, I wasn't interested at all.
Really?
And then I just, I believe what happened was I went back to an older game, jumped into a game, got killed by some bullshit.
Yeah.
Quit, sold that thing immediately, and bought the next game, the newest one. And then when I played Black Ops 2. Like, the setting of it and everything, the way it looked and all that, because I'm not a huge, like, Treyarch guy, but I played it and I was like, wow, this is actually really fun.
Yeah, it was super fun. The story, like, the campaign was amazing. I loved the campaign.
It was good.
I don't know, I loved the campaign. And then just the multiplayer, the zombies, everything, dude. Me and my little brother, that's probably the zombies that I played the most is Black Ops 2, and dude, we tweaked out for hours and hours and hours playing that game. Like so many hours we played.
Yeah. That was, for Trek especially, that was like probably my favorite multiplayer aspect Call of Duty that they made.
Yeah.
Zombies is...
It's always good.
Well,
except for... Yeah.
Usually it's good.
90% of zombies is good.
Yeah, most of the time it's good. But in fact, some of my favorite maps of zombies came out in that game as well.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, what's it called? Tram? Is that what? No.
Transit?
Transit, yeah. Dude, Transit is so much fun.
I wasn't a fan of Transit.
Really?
It was
especially
okay.
Even when they like updated it and you could play online and you could get the Easter egg, and then they had the vault and you could like store money and shit.
I wasn't a huge fan of it.
Oh, interesting.
It was alright. Like, I didn't hate it, but I wasn't that into it.
Maybe it's because like at that time I wasn't.
I like the fact that it was like new and they were trying to expand it. It was bigger, but I think maybe it's because of the like capabilities or whatever. It wasn't as like well thought out, I felt, versus their individual maps that they have.
Yeah.
But Black Ops 2 though, I'm pretty sure it was Black Ops 2 is when we got Kino.
Oh yeah.
For the starting map. Amazing map.
Yeah.
Still really fun even to this day.
Yeah. Damn, dude, that was so long ago. Like, I'm just thinking back to like the good old glory days of like I come home from high school, or not high school. It wasn't that. No, it might have been high school. I don't know, middle school, whatever. Come home and just turn that shit on, play with my little brother. Dude, we play for the rest of the day, man.
It was cool. It was around that time was probably the first time I was like officially in a YouTube video on somebody's channel.
Hold on, you're telling me that this isn't your first YouTube channel appearance?
Well, technically no, because when YouTube first started, I was like one of the many people that made their channel, and I would upload like really stupid music, like I don't even know what you call them, but like I used to have like Linkin Park playing with like pictures from like movies and all that kind of stuff, and it looks really bad. It's super basic and stuff, but anyways, this like whenever around this time period of Black Ops 2, I used to watch it was a YouTube channel I used to watch, and you could like I guess like comment, and he would occasionally pick out like a viewer to play with him. So I got picked one time.
No way.
And so I ended up playing with him. We played on Kino, and you basically just like hang out, play, and talk and stuff. But at the same time, I'm fairly certain I was the highest that he has gotten playing with me on his channel.
Like the highest he's gotten
like
playing
highest
with a random.
rounds, like playing with somebody.
Yeah.
But it was just just really casual and stuff. But like when I was at that age, I was like, oh, this is super cool. Like I was actually featured in a video and stuff.
Dude, I need to see this. Do you think it's still out there?
I don't know. I have to go check after. But.
Yeah, I need to see this. That's and
awesome. It was funny because when I was playing with him, I was playing on my brother's account, which so like when he mentions like the name and stuff, it's my brother's. Frank the Tank is his name, because that's his online name. But he says that in the video. It's like playing with Frank the Tank, and it's like
that's so cool, dude.
And that was back when I had the I'm so sorry.
Nice.
Back when I had the Triton headphones. I don't know if you remember that brand.
Triton, yeah.
It was like the super expensive gaming headphones and stuff.
I think you gave those to me, didn't you?
I did. After I upgraded to
that was
the
one
one
that like the headset, like the band was starting to fall apart. And we had to take that shit in order
the sound
to keep
was
it on,
still
dude.
good though.
Yeah, it sounded great, but
the headband was falling apart. But you didn't have anything at the time, so it was great.
Taylor is probably the single reason why I'm so heavily invested in video games.
Oh, guaranteed.
Because
guaranteed.
Prior to our friendship starting, I played. But I was a casual gamer. I'll admit, I was casual. And then once I, met him and we started playing together, like, he would give me all his stuff that, like, he would buy new stuff, and then, he'd have no reason to keep the other stuff, and he'd give it to me, which I'm very fortunate for, because at the time I had no fucking money to buy shit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, a lot of even my PS4. Like, bought me my PS4.
I remember I came back from when I was stationed in Korea, and I was like, "Look, bro, I want to play with you on PS4," and you're like, "I forget. I forget which place you were working at the time."
I was at the surf shop at that time.
I think so. Yeah.
And I just didn't have the money.
You didn't have the money because you're rent and stuff. So I was like, "Look, I'm just gonna buy you a PS4 and Black Ops, and we're gonna play."
Yeah, and he did. He did. It was just, I mean, what a friend, right? Like, get you a friend that comes home from being out in the military world and buys you a damn PS4 because he wants to play video games with you. That's true friendship right there.
It was Black Ops 3, I believe.
Oh, was it Black? Oh, yeah. Black Ops 3. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. So, without you, we wouldn't even be here. I mean, I probably wouldn't be as heavily influenced or invested into video games as I am now.
Could you imagine, dude, missing out on all the amazing stuff that comes from games?
Dude, it's like, I remember growing up, everybody is like video games is always last, right? You gotta do your homework, you gotta do your chores, and then at the end of the day, if you still have a little bit of time, maybe you can play for 30 minutes, maybe you can play for an hour. And that was my life, because I would play racing games, I played Madden and all that jazz, and that was the rules. The rules was you gotta get your homework done, gotta get your chores done, you gotta like hang out with your family, you gotta have family time, hang out with your family for a little bit, and then if you still had 30 minutes to an hour before your bedtime, then you could go and play some video games. If my dad wasn't watching something on the TV, which was he, like half the time he was. So, that was I was casual, and but nowadays, dude, like gaming is. Because everybody would be like, dude, there's no future in games, right? Like, why are you playing video games?
That's what I wanted to say was...
Yeah, back
when we were younger, like...
Yeah.
And I know we're still young, but, like, even still, like, when we were younger, I used to hate when I would walk in. I don't know if you ever had Mr. Lane. He's one of our... Yeah. He's one of our teachers at our school. He used to be one of those teachers like, oh, you shouldn't be playing games, go outside and stuff, which you should.
Yeah, for sure. There's a healthy balance.
They're like, they don't like, I'm sure I could probably persuade him. Like, if I met him now, I would sit him down and be like, look, you may not have understood it then, but you can definitely understand it now, though. Like, video games is true art. Yeah. Like, the things that you can create is insane.
Not only that, but if we're talking about, like, stuff like that, there's hand-eye coordination that comes from it.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of benefits to it, like, in general.
Social interaction that can happen. I mean, not all of it is good. I mean, World or Modern Warfare 2 lobbies, pre-lobbies were.
But but it is good in a sense because it gets you used to.
Yeah, you get used to the real world, right?
Yeah, the bad talking and stuff.
But people, I remember vividly people being like, "You can't make money in video games. You should be putting your time towards other stuff," And nowadays, dude, people are making millions.
Yeah, it's a huge industry.
Millions of dollars. Like, I bet you in the top 100 creators on YouTube, I bet you 75% of them are gaming related,
or at least play games.
Yeah, or at
like
somewhere on
games.
their YouTube channel is games, because it's so big now, and it didn't start till maybe like 2010 or so was when it really kind of took fire or so, I'd say. Like, well, I don't know, because
it's basically since YouTube kind of picked up,
which is like mid 2000s, but. Like, gaming, being able to make money in gaming wasn't widely known until maybe like 10 years ago. And, but now, dude.
Whenever Machinima started.
Oh my God, yeah. Now, dude, you make shit, man. You're good at a game and you get on YouTube or Twitch. Bro, you make $1 million a year. Easy.
Yeah, for sure.
You'd be a millionaire real quick. So, I'm just happy that you provided me with the means and the opportunity to just get into gaming more than because without you, I probably would have played Madden and some other stuff. You would still,
be like those typical sports gamers. Yeah, just occasionally playing and stuff. Yeah. Still buying Madden every year for no reason.
I don't buy it anymore. I just get it from my brother.
I know. You're better now, but
but
it's okay. I forgive you.
Now gaming is it's a release for me. Like a stressful day at work, come home, stay on,
that's great.
play with
Relax,
friends.
Talk.
Yeah, and it's also like I know we mentioned this during our intro, but it's also one of the major ways that we've been able to keep our friendship alive for so long. and like
even
keep
especially
it, not just keep it alive, but keep it fucking thriving. Like a lot of people when there's distance, like physical distance separates you, you're still friends and you still talk to that person here and there, and then when you do meet, it's great. But like when you were off doing your military thing, dude, we used to play all the time, and like I felt like even though at sometimes there was thousands of miles separating us, I still felt like we were super super close, and it's gaming has allowed for that throughout our friendship.
I agree.
Super cool. So,
anyways, we should probably get back into Call of Duty.
Yeah, the reason we're here. So, favorite game you said was Modern Warfare 2? No, it's COD 4, right? Your favorite? Yeah. COD 4. What's your least favorite game?
I don't think I put that much thought into my least favorite. I can give you like a group of my
all the jumping ones, all the jetpack.
No, so surprisingly, not all of them. One that definitely did not like, which was funny because I did buy, but I didn't play it. But my roommate used to play it, so he would like after we finished work, he would like come into my barracks room and then be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go play your thing," and I'd just be on my computer, so I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
Because that was when I used to mostly play on PC, but he would just play it for me, which is Advanced Warfare. Not a fan of that one.
I was say that's my least favorite.
Yeah, of the jetpack ones, that's
my least favorite Call of Duty in general. Is Advanced Warfare.
I also wasn't a huge fan of Ghost. Black Ops 4, for sure. Was not a huge fan of.
Black Ops 4, it was like the multiplayer wasn't horrible. It was playable.
No, it wasn't horrible, but I just didn't like the game overall.
Yeah. It wasn't a great game, but for me, Advanced Warfare was just everything about it was just terrible. I hated that game.
The only thing I liked about Advanced Warfare, which was still bad, but it was cool, was the supply drops of the game because it'd be like elite. Every time it dropped stuff, you're like yes, and that was the supply drops are really bad. But I think that was the beginning too. Was Advanced Warfare? It was the whole start of that. But I was also it was.
Keep in mind, I'm not including Vanguard because I haven't played Vanguard because I refuse
Vanguard.
I refuse to.
It's honestly, it's not bad. It's just boring.
Yeah, that's why. I know it's boring because I played the beta. The beta was boring.
Yeah, it's just like there's nothing terrible about it. It's just boring.
And everything everybody has told me is that there was like no change from the beta to what it is.
I'm sure there. Well, I have no idea. I'm sure there was, but I mean, I haven't seen anything come out that's super exciting about Vanguard. World War II, I actually enjoyed a lot.
Yeah, we played that
probably
a lot.
more than most people did, because I think generally it wasn't received that well. But I actually thought it was pretty cool.
I think I'm partial to World War II games though, because the first couple first person shooters I played was Medal of Honor.
Oh, I love Medal of Honor.
Like Rising Sun.
I really wish Medal of Honor was still around.
Yeah. Like those were the first person shooter games. So those were World War II based, and like that was just kind of my first experience. So I think I'm a little partial to World War II games. So I enjoyed Call of Duty World War II, but I'm not enjoying, or I don't have any desire to play Vanguard.
Yeah, me either. It's just
especially because, dude, they're like you cannot tell me that somebody back in 1942 or 1943 had a bar with an ACOG scope on it.
Oh, it's not even that. Like all these barrels, grips, and stocks, and look, some of them existed. Yes,
I get you're trying to implement the gunsmith that you created for Modern Warfare, but no, it's just not. Yeah, when you're telling me that you're
that's the thing I hate. It's like I understand that they have it in because of gameplay wise, but like if you're gonna give me a World War II, give me World War II.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
Like, I better see you running around that M1 Garand with iron sights and rocking people with it.
Dun, 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 ding.
Yeah. I don't need this NIDAR, whatever, reflex sights that are on there.
So stupid. Yeah, you can't tell me that you're running around Warzone and a freaking World War II MP40 is outgunning a M4 or something. Like, nah.
And the skins, like, I don't know, this is probably just because for us personally, but, like, the skins don't bother me.
No.
Like, if you want to run around looking like a clown or something, I don't care.
Whatever.
But, like, it's just, to me, like, if I'm using a World War II weapon, like, I want it to feel
like a World War II
how
weapon.
It should. Yeah. Otherwise, just make it modern.
It just feels like a modern day weapon, just with a different physical look to it.
Yeah, which in games like because they did that in, I think, Advanced War, all the futuristic games had like older styled weapons, but they made it look futuristic. That was fine.
Yeah, because you weren't calling the game itself World
like
War
if I'm going to use a Thompson, sure, make it look futuristic, and then you can stick all these crazy attachments on it. That makes sense.
I agree. What happened? What happened to Activision? What happened to Call of Duty in general that turned it from being this powerhouse? I mean, it is still a powerhouse game company, but it went from being like one of the most beloved gaming franchises of all time to this franchise where it seems like they have they don't care about their player group, like their player base. They don't care about like what we say or what we would like to see different or the problems that we have. They don't care. Like it doesn't seem like they care. They're just pushing out stuff just because they know people are gonna buy it, just because it's Call of Duty. And like, I mean, what have they done innovative in the last fucking 5 years? You know,
I mean, like,
Modern Warfare was a big.
I would say realistically, a lot of stuff in Modern Warfare, and then Warzone was a huge change.
Okay, let me shorten that time frame then. The last couple of years, because you are right. The Warzone was huge. That was a major thing, and then, Modern Warfare and Gunsmith and all that stuff was great. But I don't know. It just doesn't seem like back in the day. I remember there used to be when they would update shit. All of their updates were meant to like answer people's problems. Like they were trying to fix the way the game played in order to. I don't know. That's what
I don't think that's actually what. In fact, I think a lot of the times back then, like we just didn't get things fixed. Like I remember way different. Like there would be like a glitch or something, and people would abuse the hell out of it for like 5 months, and then it would get fixed. Like Javelin glitch.
Yeah,
and like the care package one, like all kinds of things. But that wouldn't get fixed for a long time. But now it's like, well, with Vanguard, apparently it doesn't happen. But typically it's pretty fast nowadays versus what it used to be. So, you kind of just got used to it before. Like you would just adapt and get used to it, and so you would avoid it.
I wonder if my personal experience with it and just the way that I played has influenced me differently, you know, like because you're like you played it all the time, like that was like video games is one of your major hobbies that you did and you still do all the time. For me, like I played video games a lot, but I still had other stuff, so I didn't play it as much as you. And so I wonder if maybe that kind of affected the way that I formulated opinions on things.
Could be, yeah.
Because I don't know, for me it just seems like there's some like it's just so different. I mean, do you feel like it's different? Like, do you feel like the way that they, I don't know, fucking, just feels like they don't care. They don't give a shit.
Well, I mean, it kind of varies. Like right now specifically, it's kind of in a weird spot because this is the second ever Sledgehammer made game. Right. Vanguard is what we're talking about, right, since that's the current one. Wasn't received well. Still the best selling game, but it didn't sell as much as Activision wants that it sell. So it was still very successful. A lot of people buy it. I don't know how many people play it consistently because I don't play it. But from what I've seen of it, and whenever I tried a little bit of it, like it was just really, really boring. A lot of stuff that like they used to have, it's just not there for some reason.
Yeah.
In fact, like, I don't know, this game in general, like for me, especially because I used to really love World War II, like the game Call of Duty World War II, it's kind of disappointing for just like a Sledgehammer game. Because they usually, like, there was a lot of stuff that was put in the World War II, and then like Vanguard, like, I mean, I know it's kind of like a new engine and everything, and they're kind of doing all this like Infinity Ward kind of stuff, but I feel like it just, and I think it's because too, like, because of the integration between Modern Warfare, Cold War, and Vanguard,
right,
is just super fucked. Like the system of like everything working together in Warzone, it's just really bad, and they know that because I think they've said that too.
Right.
which wasn't their original plan. So they're kind of like doing all this stuff on the fly, and it's just not working. Which is why the next game supposedly or hopefully will be a lot better because it's going to be built from the ground up to be able to do everything that we're doing now.
Right.
But I will say for not originally planning this kind of stuff and throwing it together, like works pretty well.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like Vanguard specifically, like it's just, I don't know, I hear a lot of problems with it. Like every day I feel like there's a new video of either it's just being like, oh, there's nothing, or they fix one thing. It's almost like the same thing with Battlefield 2042. It's like 6 months later, oh great, leaderboards, thanks.
Yeah, that game died real quick. Okay, so I just want to talk briefly. Maybe this kind of will shed some light on why I have these strong feelings about Call of Duty, because I got hacked, right?
Yeah.
And I lost my Activision account. The first time I got hacked, my PSN got hacked, and they took my Activision account as well because they were linked, and I didn't get that back for like 3 months. And then I was playing on it again. At the time, I was loving Modern Warfare and just playing. And then my Activision account got hacked a second time. And that time, I had my two-step set up. I know it was working because I made sure that stuff was set up so that it wouldn't happen to me again. And then I got hacked again. And then I didn't get my account back for almost a year.
Mm-hmm.
And that to me is just unacceptable.
It is, but it's
unacceptable. How are you a multi-billion-dollar company and it takes you a year to give somebody their account back that was hacked? Like that I feel like a lot of my problems that I have with Call of Duty are stemmed from their lack of player support, like customer service.
That's like their customer service just bad.
Horrible.
But I wouldn't say that's game specifically related. That's just like the company itself,
right?
Because EA is literally always the worst company voted ever. But
so I just don't understand how you're a multi-billion-dollar company and you're the only means of customer support that your player base has is to send you guys an email ticket with your problem. That's the only way we can contact you. Huh?
Yeah. Just hope for the best.
Yeah, literally I sent an email, didn't receive a fucking response for I don't know 2 weeks. And they send you a generic response like, oh, we're looking into your case. We'll let you know when we made a decision. And then a month later, they sent me a thing saying, oh, we need more time. They're like, give us another 2 weeks. And literally, I shit you not, for every 2 weeks for the next year, I got another email saying, oh, we need more time. Give me 2 weeks. The amount of time it probably took you to you that email, you probably could have just looked and be like, oh yeah, he was hacked, give him his account back. Okay, cool.
Even if they didn't, they could have just been like, you know what, just here, take it back.
Yeah, why what is it you're spending so much money on that you can't afford to set up a better customer service protocol and department?
I do have an answer for that. It's their CEOs and drinking on the job and sexually assaulting their female employees and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so that's a whole other topic. But you can't tell me when they first did it, because they used to have a chat line and stuff, right? They used to have a chat that you could get into and talk to somebody about your issue, but they took that away. After they had it for the first time, I got hacked, and I feel like that's why I got my account back within 3 months, which I still think 3 months is retardedly long to get my account back anyway. But I got it back in 3 months because I could get into a chat and talk to somebody. Then when I got hacked the second time, they didn't have the chat feature anymore, and I feel like it's the token response is probably oh, we were just getting so many requests for this and that we couldn't handle it.
Yeah, so that's what everybody did.
No, you can't tell me that, because Apple is a far bigger company than you, and they have a far better customer support system than you do. So you can't tell me that you're so big that you can't handle the customer service. That's bullshit. You can set up a department and you can.
Well, so you're asking them to spend money on crap that they don't care about.
Yeah,
they just want your money.
That's what I mean. Is they don't care. They don't care about their player base, and it's so frustrating because
I mean, none of the companies care.
Yeah, I mean,
EA doesn't care, Activision doesn't care, Blizzard doesn't care, Ubisoft doesn't care.
And in reality, it's our own fault, right? Because we keep buying the games, which I did not buy Vanguard, I did not buy Cold War, so I'm probably gonna buy Modern Warfare 2, but I didn't buy those two games, so you can't hold me responsible for now. So I don't know, dude. It's so frustrating.
Yeah. So I haven't been playing one because they just like after what happened to me, I just stopped caring. But so for some reason, like just to try to keep it short, something glitched on my console.
Oh, right.
And so I literally, it doesn't appear in my apps on my console because I have everything digitally downloaded, whatever. Because I stopped buying hard copies a long time ago. So I can't. It's not even doesn't show up. But the space on my hard drive is taken up by it still. And so I can't delete it out of the hard drive because it thinks it's not there, even though it is. And if I try to re-download it, it's like, oh, it's already on your thing. You don't need to re-download it again.
Yeah.
And so it's literally just in limbo on my console, and I can't do anything about it. So even if I wanted to play, I can't. At least Modern Warfare specifically, or Warzone.
Yeah.
Since it's not by itself for some reason, which hopefully...
I'd imagine they do.
At some point, it should be separated.
I imagine they would. But then again, it is Activision. So, I mean, I wonder if... Like, the only thing I can think of to fix that would be reformatting your hard drive.
Which I could. I just really don't want to do that
because
that's just going to delete all of my games on it, which has like hundreds of games just sitting on my hard drive. Which I don't really need, but I just like to have in case I... Like, sometimes I'm just like, I want to go back and play an old game real quick. Like...
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. You shouldn't have to. That's the problem. You shouldn't have to reformat.
So like I could fix it, but it would require so much work that I don't really want to do it. Yeah. So I just kind of stopped playing.
The current state of Call of Duty is not worth all of that effort.
No, it's not.
If it was Modern Warfare 2, like the old Modern Warfare 2, maybe. Or Black Ops 2, maybe. Maybe I might.
I don't know. I'm literally so into Elden Ring right now. I could care less.
So, all right. So we talked about the past and our ties to Call of Duty. We've talked about kind of the current state and our problems with how Call of Duty is right now. But talk to me about the future. Give me some hope here. Give me something to look forward to, something to reignite my passion for what Call of Duty is supposed to be.
I guess just like some quick news. So I'm sure you probably know, even though you haven't played. So for Vanguard, the zombies for that is made by Treyarch still. So Treyarch is just, I guess, for now, just always making zombies for everybody.
Which is the way it should be. But
Vanguard is literally garbage. Like, they literally somehow managed to make zombies like utter trash. It has nothing good that they ever added into it. It's super bare bones, like barely anything in it. And it's not even round based like maps and stuff. It's all just strictly objective based. So like think of like Outbreak, and that's the game mode.
Nothing. So I'm good.
But apparently now they're going to be going back to only round based maps, but nobody cares, I think, anymore for Vanguard. I mean, I don't know because I don't play it, but I'm pretty sure nobody plays it anyways. And because of they didn't like how Vanguard was received, there's already been a few things that have been released of like them talking to different YouTubers and stuff about the new Call of Duty, which is Modern Warfare 2. Right. And supposedly next month we're actually supposed to be getting teasers already.
What?
That's
super early.
And it's supposed to release a little bit earlier because they just want to get more money and more hype and stuff, which I mean I'm fine with because I'm excited about Modern Warfare 2.
So let me clarify. This is not a remaster of the original Modern Warfare 2. This is a continuation.
So this is a sequel to the last Modern Warfare.
Okay.
A reboot.
Okay, good. All right. And you're saying that we're supposed to be getting teasers within the next month, and that it could potentially launch earlier than normal, which usually it's like October, right?
Well, originally it used to be October, and then like I think the past it moved up to like November, and so it might come out a little bit earlier than that. Possibly, which I don't know. We'll see.
I'm gonna have to see these teasers. I'm gonna have to read more about it.
I mean,
see what they're projecting it to look like.
I'm excited for the next one because I love Modern Warfare series. Yeah. I'm always a huge fan of it. Especially the new one. It's insane.
It was great. It was a great game.
I love it. And there's also, because I know after this one, I believe is when they start the delay. So like it won't come out every year, I think. Well, there will be a Call of Duty thing every year, but the main games won't necessarily come out. There's supposed to be like a new, because I think with the new Modern Warfare 2, there's supposed to be Warzone 2.
Right, which is going to be a completely revamped Warzone, right?
So that'll be interesting.
Which they definitely need to do.
Yeah, they do.
Caldera is not it.
I just think the whole system, it's like everything just kind of needs to be updated. And then Treyarch, I believe, is going to be next. There's actually supposed to be like a free-to-play, some kind of free-to-play Call of Duty thing coming out in the year after. I don't know what it is. It's going to be in between this Modern Warfare and the next one that Treyarch will be making.
Okay. It's going to be kind of interesting to see where Activision goes with their different game lines, right? Because Modern Warfare, I mean, how many Modern Warfares can you make to sustain your franchise? And then what else can you add in order to keep your franchises going? Because obviously games like Cold War and Vanguard aren't it, right? Like, it didn't work. Like, they had a good thing going where they were alternating with Modern Warfare and Black Ops. They did that for like, 6-7 years or whatever it was.
Yeah, I don't know.
And they had a good thing going and it was great. And then they came out with some advanced stuff, which is fine. And then they rebooted Modern Warfare, and now these games that they're trying to use to bridge the gap or fill in space are not working. So what do you think they're going to do?
I think it's weird because like they're trying, because they want to connect everything. I think it creates the problem because they're like, oh, how do we combine this World War II game with this Cold War game to this modern game to the future? Like, and like it gets really weird. And I feel like it was better just being standalone. Like,
so you think the answer is to not integrate different age games, different time period games?
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I personally think there is, because when it comes to Warzone, like,
just doesn't make any sense.
When the Cold War came out, like, you ain't telling me your stupid XM4 or like whatever older version of the MP5 is better than my brand new shiny like modern, super.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, it's stupid.
It doesn't make any sense, and to me, it degrades Warzone because I'm over here playing.
It makes sense because it's like, look, I get it.
Yeah, you're trying
to want the newest game to make money, and so you want that to be better than the older one, so you can get more money. But that bothers me because, like you said, I don't want my M4 losing to this Thompson.
Yeah,
that makes no sense.
Doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree with you 100% there.
As far as that goes, I don't like that.
Do you think that's because we're purists?
No, I mean, how's that really a purist thing?
I don't know. I feel like as far as guns go, I feel like we're purists. Guns, like, I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, it doesn't bother me in other games. Like, Battlefield's had.
Yeah, it's had some
modern and old guns, and it didn't bother me there and then. But I don't know, for some reason with Call of Duty, or at least Warzone specifically, it just bothered me. But I guess it's because it's hyper competitive,
Yeah, that's probably the thing. It's just super, super competitive. All right, so Call of Duty was great for a long time. Kind of shit the bed recently, and now it seems like there's some hope coming. Right? It seems like there's some things brewing that could potentially reignite Activision into what we want it to be or what it should be.
I think it's funny. I think they announced that they're bringing Call of Duty back to Nintendo. And so on the Switch, they're actually going to be bringing back. I don't know if it was Cold War or one of the games. They're actually bringing Call of Duty back to Nintendo on the Switch, and it's weird because they're doing that now that they're like on the verge of being owned by Microsoft now.
Right.
And so they're just like, let's make everything we can.
So that was my final question that I had for you is, how do you think Microsoft's acquisition of Activision is going to affect the games and just the playing experience and everything?
I think it's really hard to tell because, I mean, they've already stated that they're not going to change anything until at least 2023, I believe. But even then, honestly, I don't know if they're really going to do a whole lot until like maybe a few years down the line after that, because I think they make so much money off of, and it's been on, you know, both consoles for so long that it would be very strange to take it off and make it an exclusive.
Well, that was gonna be my question. Has there been any assurances by Microsoft that they will not make it an Xbox exclusive?
They have stated that they intend to keep it on PlayStation as well, because I think it's just money.
Yeah.
What I do think is very likely to happen is if anything, all the exclusivity stuff, like getting all this little tiny bonus crap here and there, which means nothing, will shift over to the Xbox.
Yeah.
And then they might make it free on Game Pass, but I think they'll still keep selling it on PlayStation as well.
I think they stand to lose so much money if they were to take it.
I mean, they don't need it, but I think it's just free money. Like, why would they not want it? Because I don't think them making exclusive, honestly, I don't think that's going to cause people to shift over. In fact, you're probably just going to piss people off, and they're just not going to play it for that reason alone.
I think they would lose a lot of money or lose out on a lot lot of money.
Like me personally, like,
I'd be like, nope.
Just Call of Duty, I don't care, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you want to make that exclusive? Have fun.
Yeah,
I got plenty of other games to play.
I'll play something else. I've already figured out that I can play other games, because for a while,
not very well, but
hey, man, come on now. don't tell them that. They don't need to know that I suck at everything but Call of Duty. Like, come on.
You weren't that great at that either.
No, okay. All right. That's not nice.
You're okay now, but dude, when we first started, you were pretty bad.
Yeah, when we first started, I was pretty trash. But that's because I was a casual gamer, bro, you know? But, all right. All right, well, you guys heard it from us, what our take on is on Call of Duty. Let us know what you guys think about the things that we shared.
Let us know your favorite Call of Duty as well.
Yeah, I want to hear. Tell me what your guys' favorite Call of Duty is in the comments, and then also tell us what you think about Activision's, about like Microsoft's acquisition of Activision and what you think it means for the future of Call of Duty. Are you guys still playing Vanguard, or have you guys transitioned to something different? So, thank you guys for being here. We appreciate you. If you could, drop us a like, give us a comment, subscribe, and ring that bell, that'd be much appreciated. We enjoy bringing this content to you guys, and if you guys have any suggestions of what you'd like to see in the future, let us know. Also, check out the other videos that we have on our page. We have a variety of topics on TV shows and movies, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode.
Peace.